Hey guys, welcome back. Appreciate you being here. So guys, today I'm going to show you some different built-in programs in Windows, some management consoles, and some basic control panel and settings shortcuts. So we all know about like this basic one, like you go to your search and you type regedit, and that takes you to the registry editor. Whoops, let me bring that over here. I've got multiple monitors here. And it will bring up the registry editor. But what are some other ones? We all pretty much know about registry editor, so let's dive into some of these other ones here. So the next one I want to show you is the group policy editor, and you can access that by typing gp edit, and that will completely open it, but the actual full name for that is gpedit.msc. Now, it'll do the same thing, so you can just type gpedit. I only showed you the MSC part to show you that it can also be opened that way, and that's its official name with extension. So you open the group policy editor. Now, I'm not going to go through and show you how all of these work. I'm just kind of showing you how to get to them. We might do some videos down the line that show you different aspects of this and how they work. I will tell you that Group Policy Editor basically allows users to come in and manage different things like settings, security policies, different configurations, without actually having to go directly into the registry. Keep in mind that this is not available in Windows 10 or 11 Home editions. It's only available in Pro editions. So just keep that in mind. Now, after this, we are going to take a look at the Security Policy Manager. And to access that, we type SEC, POL, and the extension for that is also .msc. But we're not going to need that, so let's open up the Security Policy Manager. Now, what this does, it's an admin tool, and it allows you to go in and configure security-related things. Security settings on a local computer. It controls things like user rights, password policies, different audit policies, and different security options, stuff like that. So if you're familiar with it, you know exactly what it does. If not, like I said, maybe we'll do another video on this. I believe that the security policy is available in Windows Home editions, but don't make me swear to that. I'm not 100% sure. So after local security policy, we're going to do computer management. To open that, you're just going to do COMP, if I can learn how to spell. COMP, and then it's MG. Yeah, it's going to be MGMT, and this is also a .msc, but this is really all you have to type of that. So these windows are starting to kind of look like each other in a way, but there's some different options. Now, the computer management includes things like event viewer that you can see here, your task scheduler, and there's a way to get to these things by themselves as well. But yeah, those are the main two in there, but you also down here have your disk management where you manage all of your internal and external hard disks and SSDs, stuff like that. So again, computer management, it's good for a few things. I believe this is also available in Home. It's not just set to Pro. So let's move on from that. So next is going to be services. And all you got to do is type services. It's actually going to be also a .msc extension, but you don't need that. So you just go ahead and click it. And that came up on the other screen for some reason. Now, services is different services that run as Windows is running. There's some Windows services that are running, but there's also some application or program services that need to run on this. So if you ever have a service that's hung up or something like that, especially in a server setting, you might not use this a lot on a home PC. But if you're on a server setting and there's services running for that, you can come in here and stop those and restart those and stuff like that. So But as you look through there is so much stuff running. It's so many services running. And so say you want to, I'm not going to get really into it, but say that you need to restart this service here. You can either right click and do restart, or you can just do a stop or restart here. But that is basically what your services are and how to get to that. Next, we've already kind of seen this in one of the previous things here, but it is your disk management. You're just going to do disk mgmt, and that is also a .msc. And so you can go right in here to disk management, and that's what I talked about just a moment ago, that you could go in, and this is where you manage all of your disks, SSDs, HDDs, whatever you got. Now, the next one is so easy to get to without typing a command. All you have to do is right click and hit Task Manager if you're in Windows 11. Windows 10, there's one or two other ways to access it. But if you just want to type it, you just simply start typing task. You'll find it, but it's task mgr. And so your task manager, as a lot of you know, you can see your running processes, stop processes from here, your startup apps, your performance and stuff like that. So I think a lot of people, most people probably know about task manager. All right, next on the list is system information. And this one's pretty easy. It's just MS info, and you can see system information comes up. You can also just type system information and it comes up as well. But I just wanted to show you MS info because that is the underlying basic name for this. And your system information is exactly that. It just holds system information. You can come in here, see what version of Windows you have, what your computer name is, and there's quite a bit of stuff. Your memory stuff here, and then you can go into different components over here. But that is pretty handy if, say you're working on a system, you want to know what's in the system. It's really good to come here and kind of find that stuff out. All right, so next what I'm going to show you is just a few. These are just some control panel and setting shortcuts. So first thing that we'll do is the network connections. So let's do a search. I think it's ncpa.cpl. Now these you have to fully type out because ncpa will not work. Now you could go, since it is for network connections, you could do view network connections. That would probably be the easiest. But let's just do ncpa.cpl. And let's go ahead and open that up. And it shows you your network connections, your Wi-Fi, and it will actually show your Bluetooth too. But it will also show your Ethernet stuff. And if it's plugged in and all that, I've got a virtual Ethernet on here because I run a VM sometimes. But yeah, that's how you access your network connections. Next is power options. And you can also find this in the control panel. But we're just going to do power CFG. And that will come right up. There is a .cpl to that though, but it's the same thing. And this brings up all your power connections. You can set your performances here, your power plan, and just all kinds of stuff. Choose what to do. Choose what to turn off the display, or when to turn off the display, when it sleeps, stuff like that. Again, you can access from the control panel, as it says in here. But again, I'm just showing you shortcuts. And last but not least, guys, is going to be system properties. A little bit different than the system information that I showed you. But to access system properties, it's just going to be SYS DM. And you do have to type the CPL. And that will open up your system properties. And this is just basic stuff. Everybody's seen this before. This is kind of the same information that you get from systems information, the MS Info. But MS Info, system information, is a lot more than this. This is separated out by tabs and different little things like that. So that is it, guys. I just wanted to show you this cool handful of built-in programs, management consoles, and setting shortcuts. So if this was helpful to you, let me know by giving me a like and consider subscribing. And if you think of any others that I may have missed, mention them down in the comments so people can be educated on that too. Thanks, guys.